How's it going, everybody? Happy Saturday. It was just 24 hours ago I was saying happy Friday, and if you haven't noticed, the weekend is flying it at a rate of knots. We can't slow it down at all. Anyway, we're here. Hello to all. Hope you guys are having a nice weekend. I spent the day working on my computer and working on my sim and my gadgets and my stuff and myself. So if it's going to break, it's because someone has it in for me. And if they don't, well, sure, we'll see. Anyway, excuse the pun, the weekend, it's flying. I like what I did there. Anyway, we're on the ground here over in Marseille, which is near Provence, here in the south of France. Our plan for this evening, we're going to take off. We're going to head in a... Where are we heading? We're heading east over to Nice, Côte d'Azur, for which is going to be a nice kind of a Mediterranean warm, nice landing. And then we're going to ramble up over the mountains to Courchevel for the epic landing challenge mode. If you guys are up to it, we shall see very soon. We're going to open up the multiplayer once we get down to Nice. The airport IKEA code is Lima Foxtrot Mike November, and it'll be in about half an hour, 30 minutes ish, depending on how much yap I continue on with. Anyway, we have people to say hello to. Who do we have? Dainty is here, good evening to you. Kendra is here as well, guten Tag. Jim Oates is here, digging the French music at the start, I like it. It's like hello hello. Adam Quinn is here, he says hi Robin. Hello Adam, happy Saturday to you dude. Ben McClure is here as well, as is Matthew Heeds. Mark O'Gorman, he says bonjour Murph. Colonel Fork 85 is here. Vive la France, vive la liberté. Très bien, merci. Très bien. Who else we have? We have Kieran Niall here as well. Hope you're keeping well, my dude. Irish Aviator Philip Breen has rolled in. How's it going, Philip? Hope you're keeping well. Productions A is here as well. He says nice bit of French music to get us in the mood. Bring your baguettes and your wine. That's what it's all about. GMAC 904 is here, along with Coley 205. Good evening to you both. The Vidya Crusader, he says here we go. Oh yeah. Echo India is here on Twitch. Good evening to you, Echo India. I hope you're having a nice weekend, my dude. Michelle is here under the YouTube name of... I'm going to say, is it Shell or just Shell? It says Shell Gary O'Reilly, but we know it's Michelle. She was here last night. Ali is here as well. He says hello, mate. Hello, Ali. Hope you're keeping well. So... I did so many things, and I also updated the Carinado 182. They didn't do anything with the sounds, but I will say the autopilot is fixed. They've added in a nice kind of a tablet thing whereby you can control the doors and the ground elements, and they have a nice cool new looking push cart thingy majig. But it's nice, and it does work a little bit better. Havo 77 is here as well. Good evening to you. Who else? Just loads of people here. Have you nothing to do on a Saturday night? Piat is here as well. He says Courchevel is going to be a mess. I have, I think, suitable music for when we get up there. We'll change it up a notch. So let's see what happens. Ivan is here as well. He says, good evening. All 12 likes and you haven't even completed the intro. That's a good start, Ivan. Daza is here as well. Just having a quick flight in the US of A. Nice one. Kenneth Norton is here as well. Good evening to you, Kenneth. So yeah, let's see what happens. It is what it is. David Shanahan is here as well. How's it going? The Pigman 23. He says, love the streams, Murphy. Happy Saturday from Boston. Well, happy Saturday from Ireland. Boston is definitely a place I want to go. How do you pronounce Boston? It's more like Baston, isn't it? Or no, it is. It's like Boston. Yeah, Boston. Yeah, we'll do the accents later. Kevin Niall is here as well. Ryan says group flight tonight. Yes, the group flight will be from Nice or Côte d'Azur, and we're going to head up to Courchevel. That's going to be nuts. We shall see. Fergal Ledwidge is here as well. Good evening to you. As is David Shannon. I think we said David, but sure, we'll say it again. So let's see what happens today. Adam says, am I using VATSIM today? Not today. Erlandski is here. Great, I live in Ac de Provence, so this will be a trip down memory lane. Cool. Bartman 7490 is here as well. How's it going to you, my dude? Hawk Driver 101. Maharambukel. How are you doing? So, yeah. Baston. I like that. Baston. Anyway, enough spiel. So we're on the ground as the graphics load in, and I'm real terrified to be watching me frames and stuff. So if you know the drill, if it all disappears and it all goes suddenly wrong, wait about 5 minutes and light a candle, and then we'll be good. So our aircraft today is Foxtrot Sierra Hotel Alpha Whiskey, as a nod of approval to Andy Shaw, one of our viewers. It was his turn. So we shall see. So before we get going, I do want to say hello and thanks to a couple of people. They may or may not be here, but it's mainly because they give a bit of support in the world here on YouTube, and also to the many followers and subscribers over on Twitch. Many thanks to you all. So we have Andy Shaw, Neville Johnson, Philip Breen, Sticky Rice, Shivan and Ludas. We also have Jim Oates, Scott Foyt and the Vidya Crusader. I think I have them all. I hope I have them all. If I've forgotten anyone, 1, 2, 3, 4, I think I have them all. But if I don't have them all, shout at me. GMAX says, I'm joining in a sec. Yeah, we'll be about a half an hour or so until we get down to where we need to get to. Because we want to have a look at Marseille and I want to have a look at Provence, and then we're going to ramble over to Nice. That's the plan at least. So we'll bring up our little map here just to show you where we are. We're here, look. So this is Marseille. We're going to head over to the east and we're going to head to Nice. So when we take off, we're going to fly up kind of this direction to check out Provence. Actually, no, we won't. We'll take off and we'll head down to Marseille, then we'll head up to Provence, and then we're going to ramble across. Does it seem like a plan? Are you with me so far? Good. That's what we're going to try and do. Ed Reed is here as well. Good evening or afternoon. I think it's an afternoon. How are you, Ed? Happy Saturday, my dude. Papa Joe B is here as well. He says, glad to be along. Delighted to have you. So let me know how the sounds and visuals are. I did a bit of tinkering and settings changes to see if that helps with with the demons of pain. So hopefully it all works out. So we're back in the old trusty reliable steed, the Cessna 172 Skyhawk with the steam gauges. I'm just a big fan of the old steam gauges. Don't get me wrong, the glass cockpits are all fine, but I prefer these things, and I really prefer the older things that they kind of shake. The dials kind of shake. I remember being in an Alouette helicopter years ago. Man, it was like it was the equivalent of sitting on a tumble dryer with like a rugby team's football boots getting tumble washed, and you're sitting on top of it. It was great fun. Mal Walsh is here as well. Hi, Murph. Sound is strong here in the US, says Papa Joe B. Stephen Coughlin is here. Bonjour. Echo India says, I'm having a rhubarb flavoured ginger beer tonight. Thank you, iPad. I wouldn't go as far as saying match made in heaven, but more like an arranged marriage. Pleasant, functional, and more interesting than each of them on their own. That's how it's going to be. Andy Shaw says, oh look, it's Smurf. Andy Shaw, look, you're famous. Well, it's F Shaw. You can work out what the F stands for. It's French. Foxtrot. French. That's all we're going to say. Let me see. Cockney John is here as well. Good evening to you, Cockney John. He says, good evening, old bean. Picture is great. Sound very clear, but the noise reduction is a little harsh. The noise reduction. So yeah, it's probably picking up kind of background noise. We shall see. Colonel Fork says, fitting. I toured part of northern France last night. You tour the south today? Yeah. Colonel Fork was streaming. I was watching him till kind of 4:30 this morning, Irish time. I was a little bit tired and I had to do a little bit of explaining as I kind of, sheepishly snuck into the room where good old Mrs. Two-Tone was there, and she was like, what time? And I was just like, it's just after midnight. Totally fine. Super fine. Not late at all. Totally fine. And I kind of got away with it until now. So let's see here. Irish Aviator says there's an Irish Aircorps Alouette 3 at the Ulster Aviation Society hangar. I saw it last summer. Nice. Pretty cool. SK Sun is here as well. Good evening to you, my friend. Happy Saturday. The Alouettes were cool. The Dove fan I was a bigger fan of. They were more comfortable. The Alouette, you had fantastic visibility. Like the entire front of the fuselage on that aircraft was just glass. They could hold about 5 people. And yeah, they were cool. So anyway, enough jibber jabber, Murph. Get some lights and power into this machine here, shall we? That should be okay. So fuel mixture is going to go in. About an eighth of an inch on our throttle here. Our fuel shut off. Try that in English. Our fuel shut off valve is pressed in. Fuel pump on. We get a positive read on our little fuel gauge. So we're going to say clear prop. And we'll go for starting the engine. It's alive! It's alive! We got a good start. Keep the RPMs just below 1,000 here. Go ahead now and flick on our avionics. Hawk Driver says, good thing she didn't roll over and look at the clock. It was unplugged. The alarm clock was unplugged. Thought of everything, so I did. The Dolphin looks great, as does the Merlin and the 139. Yeah. Ben McClure says, I was flying over the Mourne Mountains today. It was cool. Nice. Pre-planning is always good, especially when you have to go kind of ninja style to sneak in after staying up late, playing video games, or watching other people playing video games, or simulators. Don't say video games. Video games? Don't say video games. Okay, so we're going to get a couple of things set up here. So we're going by GPS. We're going to go to an altitude of 3,000 feet. The weather here is absolutely stunning. We'll squawk that once we get onto the runway. So all this appears to be kind of fab and groovy. The runway heading is going to be kind of this direction, I think. Ed says, that's what I would call pre-flight planning, indeed. Let me see now. Have you ever done a Waterland, Murphy? Not in real life, but in the game. Asked Michelle. I have. Gabriel Dillon is here as well, as is Andy Beeston. Tam is here as well, asking, will there be a group flight tonight? There surely will, Tam. From Nice, or Lima Foxtrot Mike November, and then we're going to head up to Courchevel. Lima Foxtrot, Lima Juliet. That's going to be absolutely fine. Garrett says, if anyone is interested, there is an A320 simulator in Newtownards Airport. Didn't know it was there myself until a few days ago. Cool. We must have a look at that. Clegazia 1 is now following. Many thanks and happy Saturday. Hope you guys are all keeping well. Bonus stream, as they say. But we shall see. Barometer, yeah, the B button is for your barometer, and the D button is for your, I was going to say your gyro, but it's pretty much it's to sync your heading with your compass kind of thing. Does that make sense? If it does, great. If it doesn't, we'll tune into someone else who knows what they're talking about. Okay, so we're going to start taxiing here. So let's hope everything behaves itself. And I have a little button down here to press my little reset button, which should help. Watch the speed here. But yeah, I was flying around different places all throughout the planet today, testing out. There's some random cars. Testing out different places to fly. And I flew down around kind of Egypt. I flew over in Norway. I flew in America. Just different places just to see kind of how the sim was behaving itself. ESF GGH. He says, hi, me again. Good evening to you. Okay, go ahead and turn on our little squawk here. We're VFR today. Yeah, so I was flying all over the shop to see where the settings were and what they weren't doing. So if you guys have the Carinado 182, just go into your content manager when you're in the sim. You can select the file and it'll give you the option to update it. It doesn't update automatically. And it's about I forget how many megabytes. I think it was 800 megabytes or something. It was a substantial download anyway. But they have fixed a lot of the issues. The sound is still brutal, but hey, I like it. Okay, so set mixture to rich. Quick check here before we go. Lights, squawk, and we don't need flaps. And if it's okay with you, it's okay with me. Tally-ho. Speaking of tally-ho, I read somewhere today that they're going to bring a Spitfire Mark 1 into the world of Microsoft Flight Sim. They've showed off a couple of pictures already of the kind of like the canopy and the Rolls-Royce engine. Nothing yet of the fuselage, but Can't wait to see a Spitfire. We're very light here at 60 knots. Sue us on styro. And it's as simple as that, we're airborne. We're going to maintain this runway heading here as we continue our climb. Quick check of the map. So we're heading down to Marseille first. We're kind of going in the right direction. We'll stay over to the coast here. Once we gain a bit of altitude, we'll drift off here to the right hand side. Ed said that was in the forums. Cool. Andy Beeson says, I'm on the Apple JD tonight. It's lovely. I approve. I absolutely approve. It's Saturday night. We continue our climb. There are some really, really nice places to fly in France, and I just said, look, we'll go this neck of the woods. Because I haven't flown here in the sim yet, and I have been here in real life. I've been down to Marseille, and I've been in Nice, and I haven't been to Courchevel, but I've been near enough to it. We'll try to get ourselves trimmed here as best we can. Doing kind of a half dodgy job about it, but we're alright. So we're kind of well to fly straight on, I suppose. So we're going to dip down to our autopilot here. Hello, autopilot. Heading mode activated. We're going to go to altitude right up to 3,000 feet. Come down here, you devil. And we're going to climb at 500 feet per minute. Maybe 600 feet, just to keep it all the mountains. Equidia says, Murph, long ago I misplaced my logbook, had to get another one and fill it out from scratch. It was a nightmare. I found the original a few months later. Would you have any use for a logbook with a bunch of free space in it? I could log these flights for fun or figure something cool to do with subscribers. Sure. I'm sure it would be a good idea. Production says, Murph, you're in a flying coffin attempting to land at Courchevel. It'll be grand, right? It's going to be absolutely fine. PJD is here. He said, what's your first stop? It's going to go to Nice. Lima Foxtrot Mike, November. The Pigman says, have you ever flown for a commercial airliner in real life? Negative. It's all desk pilot here. I fly a desk. Follow me on Twitter at Finistron Adam and we'll figure out a way to get to you. Nice, dude. Awesome. Okay. Shall we check out some scenery? I think we shall. Niall Rooney is here. Good evening to you, Niall. He says, good evening, Murph. I missed your streams the last week. Hope all is well. A lot of catching up to do. No worries, Niall. Many thanks for joining us tonight. And happy Saturday. GMAX says, are you in the Bing Maps scenery setting? Yes, we are. So we have Marseille over here. We're going to do a quick fly around. PJ says, are you picking up multiplayer at Nice? Yes, we are. So you can kind of see the break in the colours whereby it's using the photogrammetry versus kind of auto-gen. So eventually, according to Microsoft, they reckon within the decade they're going to have the entire planet in photogrammetry. So if you have a big enough garden or substantial land, start making signs out there, because somewhere in the next decade you could be famous. Put a sign up, the satellite will see it. Ed Reed says 299 Microsoft posts regarding the lag issues with group flights. ESFGGH, can you please be my friend? Of course. You can add me and I'll click it on there now in a little while. Andrew Collier says, hey Murph, what resolution do you what resolution do you play in? And what would you recommend? Trying to work out if I need any new gear. This is in 1080p by 1920. Or if you want to be politically correct, it's 1920 by 1080p. But it seems to work fine for me. Philip Breen is back. He says, I'm back. Sorry, had a few things to do. That's okay, Philip. You're welcome back. Gareth Harkness is here. He says, I remember the first time I flew into Nice. It was terrifying. Thought we were going to land in the sea. Victor Bravo is here as well. He says, don't fly into the mountain. We'll do our best. Productions asks, how many years have you been flying flight sims, Murph? I would say 50. No, I wouldn't. I would say, oh God, 25 years? Yeesh. 25 years. And I'm still not good at them. Agent Ice is here. He says, hey Murph, what's in the magic cup tonight? Is it more gin? I'm having some gin and tonic. Agent Ice 007, cheers. This is indeed Dingle Gin with tonic. Oh God, because it's Saturday and I don't have to do anything tomorrow. Well, I don't have to do much. Jose Antonio has just subscribed. Many thanks, Jose. Happy Saturday to you, dude. I hope you're having a good one. The Pigman says, beautiful view there. Yeah, it looks really nice, doesn't it? So if we pan across, you have the Stadium of Marseille, and we have a boat. Peter's here as well. He says, hey, what's up? Not much, my friend. Happy Saturday to you. Production says, I'm on the Ales. Patrick Doyle is here. He says, bonsoir. Up Wexford. Daza says he's heading to Nice. Nice. See what I did there? Nice. Nice. Jim Oates says, in regards to maps, I looked at Google Maps. There is a pasty white Scotsman floating in a pool in my backyard. Yes, they got me. Brilliant. Well, this just looks nice altogether, doesn't it? Okay, plane, we're going to go right hammer 90 degrees. Echo India says, did you say Dingle Gin? Dingle Gin is gorgeous. If you ever get the chance, pick up some Silver Spear Gin. Treat yourself to it. Nice. Ed Reed says, at Two-Tone Murphy, I have some happy news for you. Go ahead, Ed. The floor is open. Yes, this is pretty. Very pretty. A little bit choppy, but that's okay. Ed Reed says, do you still have the Nvidia card? Yes, I do. With the latest drivers? Yes, I do. Victor Bravo says, maybe Microsoft Flight Sim will use real-time satellite imaging for smoke from fires like here in Washington State. Whoa. Really? We're getting some bumps from the mountains. How far to Courchevel? About an hour. Okay, Murph, another right-hand turn 90 degrees, please. It's as simple as that. Agent Ice says, reviews are coming out on Wednesday, Murph, for the 3080. Nice. Ed Reed says, and GeForce experience. Correct and right. Gareth Harkness asks, Murphy, do EasyJet fly out of Dublin since Flybe went bust? I think Logan Air have taken their route from Belfast. Logan Air well, they have increased their flights. EasyJet, as far as I know, fly out of Dublin. I could be mistaken, but I think they do. I think, are CityJet still doing, or are they gone? The Pigman asks, what improvements would you like to see made for the game? That's a good question. I suppose the main improvements I want to see is a little bit more optimization. I need to see the avionics fixed, especially for the commercial aircraft, the bigger jets. The A320, the 747 and the 787, they're not really flyable. And they are a little bit light. And until we get some of the kind of high fidelity aircraft in, you know, you're going to need them. GMAX says, how do you hide the UI? If you ramble over to YouTube, I have a video there. It's I think I made 4 tutorial videos. The very first one, have a look at that, and I go into detail how you hide the UI. Production says, is the Microsoft team French or something, as France seems to look amazing over most other places? Yeah, well, Asobo are a French company, and they did some fantastic work here. Edric says, awesome. Hit Alt and Z keys to set up replay mode. I only did it 2 minutes today and it worked fine. It only takes less than 2 minutes. Yeah, the replay mode, yeah, I am aware of it with the Nvidia GeForce experience. It is a handy way of a quick kind of replay. It was kind of designed as a clip kind of mechanism to throw it onto your streaming sites. But I've noticed if you have the GeForce experience overlay running whilst flying, or worse, while streaming, it will absolutely tank your frames. As in, like, just put them to bed. Game over, ball burst, go home. That was my experience with it. But always good to know. And I would think the replay mode in the new cards will work a lot better. PJD says, waiting for someone to put Barra Airport into FS 2020 with the SDK. Cameron Niles says, CityJet should still be there. Daniel Guberman is here. He said, is that Marseille? It looks great. It certainly did. Absolutely fantastic. So what we're doing next is we're going to head up to Provence, which I think is, memory serves, over here somewhere. Kinda, sort of, almost. So we're kind of just heading up this direction to see what we can see. Production says, improvement, realistic aircraft. well, I wouldn't say they're not realistic. They're a little bit light on some of the systems modelling, you know, the avionics and that. But in terms of realistic, well, they're relatively realistic. I mean, I don't think they're not realistic. The VFR aircraft, or the general aviation aircraft, are quite realistic. You know, anything from the engine logic, starter logic, how it monitors temperatures, pressures, fuel burn. Like, they're not a million miles off. So it's not too bad. Garrett says, not sure. I do remember taking a CityJet flight from Paris to Dublin a few years ago, but it's been all Aer Lingus since then. VFR all day, baby, says PJD. Yeah, I'm pretty much kind of a low and slow kind of a pilot. I like VFR, only because, well, you know, you can see this kind of stuff. And it's nice. You know, it's you can't appreciate this sort of scenery from 30-odd thousand feet up. Jam Fjord is here. Good evening to you. He says study level A320 seems to be coming along. Yeah. Q8 Pilot was streaming it there last week. Looked pretty cool. Fergal says the state of the bigger planes has me wishing that PMDG would hurry up and get their MS 2020 fleet built. Yeah, but again, you don't want them rushed either, and PMDG will take their time. They're not going to kind of mess around like what they did in X-Plane with the DC-6. So give it a bit of time, I say they're going to be good to go. Jam Fjord says, sorry I'm late, by the way. You're not late. But you arrive exactly when you're supposed to. This is kind of Provence here, so right hammer a little bit as we head over this neck of the woods. Provence, or Provence, fascinating history there. It was actually a province of Rome back in the late unpleasantness. But that's a history lesson for another day. Captain Frank is here. There's the legend himself, Captain Murphy. Likewise, Captain Frank, happy Saturday to you, my friend. Victor Bravo asks, are you excited about VR coming? 100%. I cannot wait for that. Ed Reed says, I went from 61 frames to 42. Yeah, well, 20 frames, but like 42 is still flyable. Ivan says, I see it's much easier to fly over Marseille than drive through it. Ed Reed says, sorry to bug you, just trying to address some issues that you mentioned. No problem, dude. Agent Ice says, Murph, how do you find having your TV instead of a PC monitor? For me, fantastic. I very much prefer having the TV rather than a monitor. Now, the monitor, you could say, well, okay, you can get 1440 on a monitor if it's a gaming monitor, which is always handy. But I prefer to use the TV, and it works just fine. So we should have a bit of scenery here. PJD says, for an out-of-the-box sim, it's amazing. It really is. Dangerous Brian is here. Good evening to you, Brian. I hope you're keeping well. He says, hi guys, I would just like to offer you an apology for my delay in removing the viewers who were misbehaving in last night's stream. My naivety led me to believe that they would change. Brian, that's quite okay, my dude. Don't worry. This stream obviously isn't for everyone. Haters are going to hate, and I'm just going to shake. I should have done that in a Trump accent. But each to their own, I suppose. But Brian, absolutely no problem at all. Garrett says, Murph, have you ever seen the video of the Aer Lingus pilot arguing with the New York ATC? I did. It is, that's hilarious. Joe Blow Photo was here. He says, evening two-tone. Good evening to you, Joe. Happy Saturday, dude. Ali is here. Good evening to Ali. GMAX says in a live stream someone had an A380, but it wasn't a well-made one. Oh, that's pretty bad. We have some nice mountains. Okay, so we're going to jump onto our nav mode. Just make sure we're on GPS, which we are. Aircraft will turn and follow this magenta line as we continue on. Agent I says, looks a bit bumpy flight today. What's the wind reading? The wind is actually quite light. It's kind of 4 knots. It's because we're close to mountains, it's kind of hopping around the place. GMAX says, looks just like real life. It really does. It's absolutely stunning. Brian OR97 is here. Is there another airport in La Castellette, Paul Ricard race track? It's where the French Grand Prix is held in F1. I'm not sure. It's gas. I was flying in the south of England earlier on as well, and I had to go up to Dunsfold. And Dunsfold is where the Top Gear test track is. And it's an airport, you can take off there. And it's really funny because the AI saw a picture of, I think they have a Boeing 747 parked on the ramp there for years, they use it for training. And the AI, Black Shark, thought it was a building. So there is a Boeing 747 or 7, it should be 4 engines, so there's a Boeing shaped building in Dunsfold Airport in Microsoft Flight Sim. So have a look for Dunsfold Airport, it's just south of London, and you'll see it. It's hilarious looking. If they really wanted to advertise, they could just say, you know, the Stig. Some say he can drive a building. Mike L says, are you sitting in the middle of 2 seats? Well, I'm a biggish kind of a dude, but no, it's just, I have different camera views. You see, this is pilot in command. This is, you know, the other guy. This is kind of like, I was going to bring it up higher, but that's as high as it'll let me to go. I was kind of going for the center roof GoPro. And then we've run up here. Then we have that one. Then we have that one. And then we have that one. As a village, as a small village at the top of the mountain in Provence. Cool. GMAX says, the nose looked like a 777 ER, but it was a double-decker. So, sitrep. Get our speed going well here. Use a little backup systems here now. Make sure everything is doing what it should be doing. So we're in cruise mode. We're about 30-ish minutes away from the airport. Miguel says, cool, so many views. Yeah, it's awesome. You can set up a lot of views, which is always nice. Mike L says, have you been able to find your house in the game? I have. The garden is a lot more cleaner. Well, it was. I had to work in it because of the computer. I had to do some house chores. So for a time, the sim represented my garden cleaner than the real life garden. Daniel Guberman says, this is very calming. It could make me take a nap. Mike L says, is it accurate? Not where I live. It's accurate so far as they have the building shape correct. Like, it's not bad. Some places are done better than others, of course, and once we have photogrammetry released into the sim for the different areas, well, I'll have to wait and see. Turner296 is here. Good evening to you. Happy Saturday, my dude. He says, I'm sorry to say, but the 2020 Grand Prix is over tomorrow. As in the season? They're in Tuscan, aren't they? This is nice. No, it's not. It's Nice. Well, it's not. We're not at Nice yet, so it's still nice. We have some beautiful French countryside here. Turner296 says, can you give a shout out? My friends are listening. Go ahead. It's like Radio Two-Tone. Ivan says, sorry Two-Tone, as you probably mentioned, but which model are you flying? Maybe add to intro. Model as in what aircraft? You can't add it to the intro. You have to kind of, you know, keep the suspense. But it's a Cessna 172, the steam gauge version. So we bring up our little VFR map here. We're making good old time. Joe Blow says, Microsoft Flight Sim Cessna 152X Realism Mod. I've read up on it. I came very close to installing it. Not only that, but if you go to the MSFS add-ons, they've also done a lot of work over with, what's it called, Yosemite. And the screenshots look absolutely beautiful. Juka is here. Is this ultra settings? Yes, it is. Turner296, can you please say Blitz and Turner96? Or hello, Blitz from Turner96. I have to say, my French music from the start is kind of catchy. Hello, hello. Hello. Où le café, s'il vous plaît? Ailerons into the wind is here. He says, evening Murph. Bring me some pastries back. You got it, dude. I'll teach you a bit of French here now, lads. You ready? The first one is... Où est le bibliothèque? Here's another one. Voilà mon passeport. Are you ready for another one? Jacques Cousteau. Daniel Goodman says, did anyone ever fly into Istanbul at night? It's really quite amazing. with all the lights and everything. Yeah, I must give that a look, Daniel. Sounds cool. Turner says, can you bring a croissant back? I'd probably eat it along the way. Chuka says, in regards to your name, you must like two-tone ska music. No. I don't dislike them. But the name stuck as I had funny sunburn. I was white and red. Where is the library? Here is my passport. If you just say them couple of things to French people, they totally get it. Or just randomly keep saying ça va. Ça va, ça va, ça va, ça va. Budapest will be stunning on a night if it's modelled correctly. Oh yeah. Dangerous Brian says, awaiting John Cleese to make an appearance. Civil, you here for the soup? Do you ever watch Faulty Towers? You must watch Faulty Towers. Civil! Sean or Murray is here. He says, where are you in France? We're between Marseille and Nice. Cutting it kind of fine here, Murph. When I had a look at the chart, I kind of said, no, 3,000 feet is good. That was kind of close. Faulty Towers, Benny Hill and chat. Siggy says, is the butler Portuguese? He's an English actor, but he was supposed to be Spanish. Manuel! Manuel! Okay. Manuel, take these bags up to the rooms there, will you? Okay. Juka says, Foodie Fafa song would accompany this video well. It just would, except for the copyright, but yes, that's an epic song by Flight of the Conchords. You must check it out. They will teach you all the French you need to know. Sean says, if you fly over Paris, can you fly over the Paris Saint-Germain Stadium? Merci. I was going to do Paris earlier on. And I was going to say, right, we'll fly from maybe Bovis down to Paris, maybe back up to, I don't know, Rennes maybe, and then ramble out towards kind of Saint-Lô and have a look at Mont Saint-Michel. But I said, it'd be better down here. Hey, Jakin is here, don't mention the war. Maeve64, good morning. Happy Saturday to you, my friend. I hope you're keeping well. Colonel Fork says, most of the French I know is from the names of Michigan cities. I'm telling you, man, you were pronouncing places yesterday. If you didn't pronounce them and I was looking at it, I was going like, Kirchi Harvard Chavan Koi Voigt. just wouldn't have happened. Ed Reed says, FYI, for those of you aspiring to get into real-world aviation, keep your police record squeaky clean, or you won't get in. Sound advice. Piat asks, are we on the North server again? We shall be. Lincoln071 is here. Happy Saturday, my dude. Many thanks for stopping by. I hope you're keeping well. Daniel Goodman says, also you need pretty good eyesight. Yes you do. Everyone's into the wind says, just don't tell Manuel Russell Brand is in the room. Lincoln says, can I join you? You surely can, my dude. We're going to open it up to multiplayer once we get down to Nice, which will be Lima Foxtrot, Mike November. And we're going to go up to Courchevel. Extreme landing challenges tonight. And I have appropriate music. Colonel Fork said, here's a phone one for you. Is it Taqueminan or Taqueminan? Taqueminan. I think I got that right, dude. I think it's Taqueminan. You're close, okay. Taqua or Taqueminan. Is it Taqueminan? Manuel! Manuel! Okay. Care85 is here. Good evening to you, sir. Happy Saturday, my dude. Taquan Iman. Or Nayan. Taquan Iman. Taquanaman. We just say T. It says live weather is on, but it's just a clear sky. I think the weather is actually decent over here. We're about halfway. Sicky Ray says, I'm on live weather and it's fantastic, just a little bumpy over the mountains. It sure is. So yeah, so reading in with the inbound or incoming patch update, patch number 2 of course, for Microsoft Flight Sim, due to release somewhere in the next kind of 9 or 10 days, or within that. Some of the readings up I've been doing, they've done considerable work with the avionics, which is going to be fantastic. And they also said a lot of optimization, so people should start expecting, or should start to expect, better frame rates. The Colonel says, on my next stream, I'll be flying over that area, so I'll be saying it at least a couple of times. No pressure, Colonel Fork. Make sure you're streaming that. And all of us are going to ramble in just to see how it goes. Joe Blow Photo says, Stornoway just after sunset, magical. Yeah, Scottish Islands are done really well. They're beautiful up there. Absolutely fantastic. We're doing well. We're making progress. It's all about progress. Colonel Fork says, I'll try and stream that during your daytime so your wife doesn't catch you sneaking away. Ben McClure says, the sky is red in Belfast. Imminent alien invasion? Kenneth Naughton says, I like Oban area at sunset. Nice. Elon's into the wind says, just delivered the G58 to Paya from Stuart. Man, what views. I saw you on there earlier on, dude. Yeah, I was like, when I saw you on the map, I was just like, oh, that's really nice scenery. Ed Reed says, two-tone renamed Sneaky Murphy. Two-tone ninja. Aidan Darley Aviation is here. Good evening. He says, sorry I'm late. How are you, Murph? I hope you're well on this fine Saturday. Well, currently not really. The weather isn't great. No, the weather isn't great. So he said we go to the south of France to disappear and get away from it all. Hope you're keeping well, Aidan. Look at the nice little farm. And like kind of vineyards and stuff. Oh yeah. We need to make a stop here. You see, if we had a chopper now, we just would have hovered and shouted down, Monsieur, wine s'il vous plaît. Tam says, ready and waiting in Nice, boss. Cool. Not too long now, about 15 minutes, give or take. But this is a very picturesque kind of a place. Elon's into the wind asks, have you done the Courchevel landing challenge yet? I feel like I'm a hustler wearing one of the Maverick hats at a game of cards. No man, I've never done it before. I've done it a few times. You have a really high score in that, I do believe. It was great when it was in alpha because like I was right up there. And then during the beta I kind of got moved down a bit. And now it's just I haven't done it in ages. Daniel M198 is here. He says, hey Murph, happy Saturday. How was your Saturday? Very good, my friend. I spent the day tweaking my machine and my sim and everything that goes along with it. So hopefully everything is doing what it should do. How was yours, my friend? And many thanks for joining us. Don't forget, guys, if you're new here, I've just put a Discord link into the chat. If you guys want to talk about aviation stuff or flight sim stuff, if you have any issues or you want to share some media, be it your own screenshots of flights or some videos, do hop on over. We have a huge community growing over there now, and the guys are all really, really helpful. Correction, the guys and the gals. But they're all really, really helpful. Tam says, do you think over time they will update or change the landing challenges? Yeah, 100% they will. Ecor says, Bordeaux region is nice too. Wine Chateau district. Then over the beach towards Arcachon, or Arcachon, the biggest natural sand hill of Europe. Cool. Ivan says, I've driven from northern Italy to southern France. Impressive views. Yeah. Absolutely stunning. Daniel M says, good thanks. Enjoyed a relaxing day. So in other words, you were staying away from your other half. Papa Joe B says, do you think Microsoft will let you purchase any of the premium aircraft if you only purchase the basic version? My understanding is yes, it's only a matter of time. But yes, 100%. They're going to make the aircraft and airports available for individual purchase relatively soon. And just in relation to the console release, I can't give any specifics away, but I will say it's definitely coming. Toffel is here. Anyone knows where to buy the HOTAS yet? Every store around me is sold out. What is your rough geographical location, Toffel? Let's see if we can help you out. Aidan Darley says, Murphy, the Irish Air Corps 139 was up here in Galway today for a flight, but it was only going 80 knots because of the wind. Dude. Daniel M says, are you out of the doghouse from after Monday? Oh, dude, I was streaming last night, and when I finished my stream, I stayed up because I was angry because my stream broke, and I tried, I went about fixing it last night, and then I got kind of glued into Colonel Fork's stream. And we were chatting there for a while, which I thought was like, maybe 20 minutes. So kind of 4 or half 4 this morning, I realised, I've got to sleep now. So I went all ninja style. I leopard crawled from the downstairs up the stairs without a single creak or a move or a sound. Managed to get up to the landing. From there, I continued on my approach. As I leopard crawled past her side of the bed, the cat came down and attacked me because she thought it was I don't know what she thought it was, and then my knee rolled over my belt buckle on my jeans, which were also on the floor. Never put jeans on the floor, you hang them, but in my case I didn't, and yeah, that was excruciating pain, but I must say I kept it together. And then when I rolled into the bed, wifey turns around to me and says, what time is it? And I said, it's just after midnight. Okay, I'm back to sleep. And I'm probably just realising now, as I did half an hour ago, if she's listening, I'm totally caught. So let's hope she's not listening, shall we? Then it says, what town is here that you're flying over? Don't need that. Need this. That's a very good question. For all you people on the Bing Maps or the Google Maps, check it out. We're about 10 to 15 miles west of Nice. No, we're not. We're about 20 miles west of Nice. And we're kind of just north of this mad-looking lake thing. It's very pretty, isn't it? Oh dear. I just got a text message. I am listening. Oh no! Well, it could be worse. I don't know how yet, but it could be worse. Let's change the subject, shall we? Toffel says, Alberta, Canada, everything says special order. Yeah, I think once Microsoft Flight Sim came out, all the hardware peripherals just got taken up. Keen Lafford is here. Hey Murph, sorry, just right now. How long are we flying for? Probably another hour. Donna says, so I've made it worse. Ed Reed says, my wife understands from my all-nighters with Watson. Ed, the force is strong in you. Colonel Fork says, F for Murphy. Yes, epic failure. Jim Oates says, flowers for Mrs. Murphy. Captain Frank says, you screwed now. Andy Beeson says, busted. Yes, 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 yes. All of those things. G-Max says, I hit my laptop, it keeps crashing. I need to launch the game again. That sucks, dude. Daniel M says, F's in chat for our fallen friend. F. Kenneth Lawton says, oh dear, doghouse. Sparker in VR is here. Good evening to you. Which plane are we taking? Well, I'm going to stick with the Cessna 172 because Courchevel is an absolute challenging airport to say the least, and I want to do it in a plane I'm somewhat comfortable in, if you know what I mean. Kieran Niles says she will kill you. Irish Aviator says why dogs are better, though my black lab basically becomes invisible at night. Wifey may ground you. She just might. Keen Lafford reports only 257 days until the Eurovision. G-Mac asks when are we doing the group flight? Once we get down to Nice, Lima Foxtrot Mike November. And that should be, let me see, in about 7.5 minutes, so say in the next 10 minutes as we approach Nice. Look at this. This is nice. Champior says, my wife is gaming until 5 AM last night, so I have a free pass. How did you get her to do that? You teach me. Teach me. That's what it says. There goes that £8,000 GPU, Murph. Yep. Ailerons into the Wind says, I do, yes. That was my first attempt on that in Microsoft Flight Sim. However, I do confess I've been flying into Courchevel in X-Plane 11 for some time. I think Orbex did a Courchevel, didn't they? Andy Beeson says he was a great streamer. We'll remember him with fondness. Aidan Darley says my black lab just sleeps all day until it's dinner, then sleeps again. Food, sleep, and then it's just eat, sleep, walk, repeat. I can relate to that. Keen Laffer comes back. No, fake news. It's 247 days to the Eurovision. How could you get that wrong? I'm so embarrassed. It's okay, Keen. It's because of your excitement. Dark Samp is here. Good evening to you. Ailerons in the Rin says they did, bro. Yes. And as you know, I have tons of Orbex. At least it helped. Nice. Is there much of a difference? I never tried Orbex, Stuart, over on... I never tried Courchevel on X-Plane 11, so is there much of a difference between the two? So we can go ahead and adjust our altitude here down to 1,500 feet. Sticky Rice says, I was gaming late last night and I got a free couch. Nice. Spartan 300 is here. Good evening to you, my dude. Happy Saturday. Can't wait for the wind to be fixed in the new patch. Yep. They're working on it. They have made some improvements to it, depending on your location. Some areas are better represented than others, but it's not too bad. Everyone says yes, the scenery is close, but the mesh for Microsoft Flight Sim is probably closer to real world than X-Plane. However, both are very good. Cool. Okay, so this airport over here, Nice, it's absolutely fantastic, and it is actually one of the landing challenges, or one of the approaches you can do in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So if I remember correctly, 2 runways, 04, 04 left, 04 right, and then 22 and 22. We're going for one of the 04s, probably on the left. So to do that, as the game gives a little bit of a stutter, I'm just loading in some sceneries. We're going to go back onto heading mode as we continue our descent here. Spartan says the wind is 2 or 3 knots all the time, never changes, but will be fixed in the patch. It will. Lincoln says, how do you turn off crashes? If you go into your... just go into the options, you'll see it. It's like user settings. Dangerous Brian asks, how do you change your username in Microsoft Flight Sim 2020? I think it's your gamer tag with Windows. So you'd have to go into your Windows settings or your Xbox game bar. It's in your Windows menu if you go in there. Zephyr Wave says, at Nice, 04 right is actually for landings. Very good, we will go for 04 right. And thank you for the advice. It's very pretty down here. So 04 right is the runway of choice. Let's see what happens here, shall we? So currently 1,500 feet. Continue that down now to 1,000. Bring our speed right back here now. And we'll turn our face cam on for the dramatic effect, shall we? That's a bit of an overshoot. Autopilot off, and my aircraft. So let's see what's going to happen here, shall we? There's also another bug. If you turn off the autopilot, you lose your trim. Colonel Fork says, I'm about 20 miles out of Nice, so I might be a bit late after you land. That's okay, my dude. I'm going to restart the sim, and we all know what happens when I do things like that. We could be in for the long run. Scott Briggs is here. Good evening to you, Scott. Done 2020 right now. Around 50% done thus far. Oh God, Magna Matter. It was a photograph from life. Okay, solid speed with full flaps is about 40, says ailerons into the wind. Cool. Entirely Aviation Murphy, I think, is definitely professional level for flying a 172. I wouldn't go that far. But many thanks, my dude. Philly Road says, is landing at Courchevel going to be open? It'll be carnage. It'll be open and it will be carnage. But now, guys, one rule and one rule only. Nothing bigger than a GA airplane. I just don't want that hassle. So make sure your aircraft is a propeller of some description. TBM is fine, but that's pretty, or a King Air, but no bigger, because it'll be ridiculous. Many thanks, Jason, for the follow. Happy Saturday, dude. As we are woefully high, but it's grand. There's loads of runway out here. So yeah, so just don't want the headache of the bigger planes. A steep approach. Usually we kind of aim for the 500 feet per minute, but we're okay. Ish. So mind the flare. Try and keep it on the center line here, Murph. As we float down. Hold the nose up, bleed the speed. There's contact on the back and on the front. Welcome to Nice. Flaps come on back in. We want to cross the runways here. And it's pretty much straight across. So this is one of the, I think it is one of the handcrafted airports. I'm almost certain of it. Aiden says, oh my God, that was such a good landing. Many thanks, my dude. Cheers. You'll struggle to get the King Air into Courchevel. You will, but the only advantage would be the reverse thrust. TBM is probably going to be the best. The 208 could be good. If you really want to show off, I'd go in a Cub. Kramer Airlines is here. Well done, Mr. Murph. Many thanks, Kramer. Captain Frank says, awesome landing. Many thanks, my dude. Keane Lafford says, buttercream, baby's bottom, and a marble finish all at the same time. It was a sweet landing, yes. We'll take it. Colonel Fork has an awesome kind of gadget in his stream, right? So you can predict... I shouldn't really talk about it because, like, I can't do it, and it's just like, this other guy has something really cool, but I don't have it yet. You know, that's just like, what? But anyway, Colonel Fork, on his stream, he has this gadget whereby you can type it in the chat to predict what the landing rate is going to be. And then when he lands, you'll get notified to say you were right or someone else was. It's pretty cool. I need to look into this. It's from Soul. It's from Sim Toolkit Pro, he says. Keen Lafford says, what's the beverage of choice tonight, Murph? We are with the Dingle Gin. G-Max says, very nice landing. Many thanks, my dude. Knights 2810, I'll donate $5 if you fly to St. Helena. Not tonight, my dude. We're heading up to Courchevel from Nice. However, if you have the sim, if you want to join with us, you're more than welcome to, dude. I'm just not one of those people. I'll give you $1,000 if you do a barrel roll. Yeah, no. $2,000, of course, but 1,000, nah. Aiden says, wait, did you have Dingle Gin yesterday? Yes, it was so nice, I said I'd have it again today. Okay, so, parking brake comes on. As we have a nice little hum from the engine. Landing, taxi, strobes, avionics, transponder off. Mixture out, fuel shut-off valve in, mags off, and batteries off. Welcome to Nice. Doesn't it look pretty? What are we going for? This one. Hello from County Kerry, says anonymous boy. Hello from Tipperary. How's it going, dude? Ailerons in the Wind says, the 208 is 100%. The issue you have at Courchevel, you're trying to make steep turns at high altitude, which puts you close to wing stalls. Aha. I'm going to try it in the Cessna. Because I'm relatively comfortable that I can actually float this thing at around 45 knots. But we'll give it a shot. Anyway. Main menu time. We're up here now. How's it going? Philip Breen says, I struggle to land on a normal runway, so I'm screwed tonight. You'll be fine, man. It's totally grand. It's awesome. Okay. Restart the machine. Now remember, cross your fingers, toes, arms, legs, light a candle. If Annalisa is here somewhere, we know she has the dancing shoes on. We will be on the North Europe server, Sparker in VR, 100%. Cat says, haha, great. First crash of the stream for me, or first crash of the sim for me tonight. That sucks, dudes. Jimo says, one of these days you need to bring Mrs. Murph on so we can all say hello. Jim, you are a charmer. And she liked your comment earlier to get her flowers. I have to get her flowers tomorrow. Thanks, Jim. Much love. Scott Briggs says, just mind the ski slope and cut your power early. Now, one thing we got to be really careful here is your spacing. So we got to spread this thing out so far, because if you're not going to be able to land it the way you want to land it, just go around. But you got to have a lot of space to do this. So this could be carnage. Aiden Dirty says, yes, Murph, I'll keep doing the moonwalk and walk like an Egyptian just to give you a look. Anonymous Boy says, I wish I could find this game. Maybe soon, my dude. I can post the pattern chart in Discord if you all want. Yeah, 100%, dude. Let's see how it all turns out here, shall we? It's real calm and soothing, isn't it? I do like that music. They also have the old Legacy music in there as well, which was pretty cool. Now, what are we going for here, Murph? No, not that one. How about a bit of, this one. That works. It works! Siggy Ray says, tonight on 60 Minutes, when Murphy causes traffic jams. Gelatin is here. Good evening to you. Or is it gelatin? We're going to go with gelatin. I'm really bad at pronunciations. If you haven't already figured that one out, guys. King Leopard says, Annalise has done so much dancing over the past few days, she could be on Strictly. Yep. Probably. Mr. Chippy is here. You should have a quick stop over at LFHU. It's only a couple of miles from Courchevel. It's another good challenge. Might have a look at it the next time, dude. Colonel Fork has donated 5 through the chat. Here's a $5 for the flowers for Mrs. Murphy. Since I'm an accomplice for last night. Many thanks, Colonel. Appreciate the donation, my dude. Oh, this is going to be epic. Okay, guys, so we're taking off from Lima Foxtrot, Mike November. Aiden Darty says, I have to make an unexpected departure, but I'll be back soon. Have a safe takeoff if I'm not back. No problem at all, Aiden. We'll catch you soon, dude. Many thanks for stopping by, and hopefully we'll still be hanging about. Okay, now Murph, is this going to work? I really hope it is. Okay, so we're going from there. And we're going to here. And we need to do this. No, we don't. We need to do that. Don't mind me, by the way. I'm just doing my thing here in the background. Getting the plane and stuff ready. Weight and balance. We're going to need a bit of fuel here. But not too much, because we need to land relatively light. I need to do stuff with the... No, I need to do stuff. I need to do something with the loudness of my keyboard. But that's okay. Right, I think I've done everything right. Let's see what happens, shall we? Jim Oates, $5 through the super chat, and this is for the chocolates. Oh God, this is just going to be epic. I better not tell her. Many thanks, Jim Oates. Really appreciate it, and Mrs. Two-Tone will really appreciate it. I'd be the unsung hero for tomorrow. Philip Breen says, arrival airport code, Lima Foxtrot, Lima Juliet. Ed says, Two-Tone, please walk us through the group setup, please. I should have, but I didn't. But don't worry, we'll go through it now shortly. Basically, when you want to have a group flight and you're on the map page, if you click over in the top right hand corner below your gamer tag, you'll see like the weather and stuff. Click on the weather, and from in there you can select your multiplayer options on the left. The AI traffic or live traffic is next, and then the time of day, as in live, preset, or something else. I've gone for custom. Corsair says, tell her I'm sorry. Don't be sorry, dude. It's all good. But many thanks. Okay, we're back. Let's hope. Let's hope. So, battery on. Got a parking brake on. Beacon, nav lights. Fuel set. Fuel pump on. Clear prop. Go starting the engine. Avionics on. Got some lights going here as well. I love the sound of a Cessna 172 when it's ready to go. Okay, so altitude here is going to go all the way up to I think 7,000 feet. G4K is here. He says, hello. Been away. You're very welcome back, my dude. Edry says, all or live. Just go to all players. Select all players. Panda Games is here. How's it going? Matthew Heeds is here as well. He says, hello. Scott Briggs says, was reading the Little Museum in Dublin. Had an Irish aviation exhibit 2 years back. Cool. As we'll go ahead and turn on our squawk. Right, guys, only because, well, it tends to glitch out. I'm just going to keep her lit and go. Hello. I'll wait for you. Go on ahead. Sure says the chat is up on Discord. Cool. AI setting turned off. Stuart, what are you flying here tonight, dude? Because if it's okay with you, I'd like to follow you in. There's planes everywhere. This is going to be so awesome. Is this Nice? Yes, this is Nice. Don't brake check, dude. Go on, you're good. You keep going. So have a look at our map here. So when we take off, it'll be a left turn, and we want to go up real high. Really, really high. Production says, Murph, you're still alive. I take it the landing went well. We got down. It's grand. Weather and time. Weather can be set to preset, time set to anything you want. 1500 hours is going to be good. GMAX says, wait for me. Don't worry, dude. We'll circle the airport. Don't worry, guys. Don't be rushing to get in. We'll hang around. Ailerons into the wind says 10,000. Wait, we have to get up to 10,000 feet for this? I went 7,000. But guys, don't be worrying. We'll wait as long as it takes to get everyone in and ready. We'll circle around the runway, so don't worry. We'll take our time. That's okay, G-Max saw that. So we have some traffic up in the air already. Squawk should now be on. Transponder is on. Altitude mode. Shouldn't have anyone in the landing pattern. We've 2 runways here. 4 left and 4 right. Courchevel is 9789 in altitude. Oh, how to send request or invite me. So Ed, make sure that you select the North Europe server. Top right hand corner, click on your gamer tag. When you open your gamer tag, go to the second option, it'll say server, and manually select the North Europe server. We should be going good. Alex, that's just not going to happen, dude. That's what we call being an idiot. Don't be that guy. Okay, uno momento. Courchevel is 2,000 meters. Okay. That's about 6,500 feet. Yeah, we'll go for 8,500. Why not? Okay, so quick check here. Don't need flaps. It's a huge runway. Mixture set to rich. Lights are on. Squawk is squawking. And we're good to go. Stuart says you should try to do this late evening sunset. Yeah, I might change the time when we get up there. Remember guys, take your time. I'm going to be circling around the airport for a little while, so wait till we all get up and at them. 55 knots, we're getting light. And we're airborne. There's always one. Ed says, now should I hit fly? Yes. This place looks nice. Monaco is nearby, yes. Bit of a wind there. Blown us all off to one side. Alrighty, so climb is looking good. We're going to jump over to our autopilot here now. So we're going to go autopilot on, heading mode, altitude for the minute we're going to say 8,500 feet, at 500 feet per minute in our climb. What's going on here, dude? Behave yourself, airplane. There we go. Sweet. Okay, Naffer says, did you fly over Paris yet? I did. It was pretty cool. Ed Reed says, I'm working through a bugs list for the multiplayer. That's okay, dude. Dangerous Brian is back. He lost connection. That's okay, Brian. You're very welcome back. The place just wasn't the same without you. So Nice, as you can imagine, is absolutely stunning. Ah, don't do that. It did that. So we need to figure out what's after happening there, shall we? I think I have a song for this. Yep. We have a song for this. So, what happened here? Event manager, please. It's a good job we said we'll do a few circuits. Okay. Flight Simulator EXE timestamp. Faulting process ID. Faulting package name. I think I know what's causing it. I was talking to someone at Microsoft this morning about all my woes, and it would appear to be a problem with the number of people on a server, and seemingly it's also a problem with the type of aircraft being used on said server. Mr. Chippy says, this is based on nothing, but I wonder if it's anything to do with custom liveries. I would agree it has something to do with the custom liveries, yes. And also ported aircraft. So I crashed out because my sim is trying to find custom liveries that you guys might be using. And I haven't installed the custom liveries because they created other problems when it comes to streaming. So there's that. But it's grand, we'll figure it all out in a bit. Ecor says the Eiffel Tower seems to be dark at night because allegedly the actual light is a piece of copyrighted artwork. Interesting. Mr. Chippy says, Logitech have released drivers for their panels now. Awesome. Okay, so what I will ask you guys, if you're flying in a custom livery, you might turn it off. If you just use kind of the default stuff, and let's see, is that part of the issue? Obviously, I haven't tested that. But yeah, for sure, it's a very annoying problem. Yeah, thanks, UMac. Let's see if that works. Okay, let's see if we can get this set up again. Ken Norton says, is the Coronado 182 a problem? I don't think so. Because I have that installed and it shouldn't be an issue. I imagine it's the custom liveries. But that's only a hunch. I could be very wrong. But sure, we'll wait and see. You see, if I use the custom liveries, OBS kind of has a field day for whatever the reason is. GMAX says, is the livery mega pack okay? No, not at the minute. So if I can rule this one out, if you guys all fly with just like the default liveries, don't use any third-party ones, and don't use third-party aircraft. Just keep everything kind of stock. Let's just see if this is the issue. And if it's not the issue, well then, grand, we'll move on. It'll be something else. So we shall see. I kind of know if the sim is going to crash because I have a little bit of warning, usually. So it's mildly behaving. Okay, I dare say it looks okay. Now, chat, I've done something a little bit different. So you're not going to see me for a while, but I will see you once you get up to Courchevel, provided this works. So we'll give it a few minutes, and hopefully this does work. Do. Seems to be behaving, so we'll go ahead and see, will the plane work here, shall we? Park and brake on. Lock that in. We'll go for the fast startup, shall we? Some lights. Now you guys are good to fly. So you guys carry on. The destination airport is still Courchevel, Lima Foxtrot, Lima Juliet. I'm just trying something else here. I'm going to come in from a different angle. But you guys keep doing what you are doing. And with a bit of luck, I'll meet you up there. Let's hope it works. Okay, park brake coming off. Yeah, quick look around here. So, okay. Stuart Payne says, Murph, I'll guide you in. Many thanks, Stuart. Hopefully we don't get another crash. If this works, then it kind of proves two things. One, the amount of people on one server, and two, the possibility of not having the default skins. So yeah, there's two things to work on. It's all about bug reporting and figuring out what's wrong with your sim. It's too easy just to say, oh, it's broken, and turn it off. Although there are times I very much like to do that. On the North Europe server, Stuart. One notch of flaps. All the lights are on. Get ourselves onto the runway here. Okay, good to go. Airspeed is alive. There's 40 knots. There's 50 knots. 55, we're getting light. And up we go. Now you might be saying, Murph, where are you? Don't worry. Stuart knows where I am. But don't worry, this is a workaround. Rather than poor Elkeen having to sing songs and me doing the moonwalk and the walk like an Egyptian, if I could say it. G-Max says, there's no one with me? No, but that's okay. We're taking the scenic route. So with a bit of luck, this will work. As we continue on our climb here. So we have high mountains all over the shop. So let's see here. Autopilot. Heading mode. Altitude is going to go to... bring it up to 8,500 feet. We're going to climb at 6. I'm going to venture over here to the left-hand side. Well, not too much. So far, so good. You'll have to left up the valley after the airport, south 10,000 feet. Yeah, that's okay. I'm just going to follow this way, pick up a bit of altitude. Want to get our mixture spot on for this one. So guys, if you're back down in Nice, whenever you're ready, start rambling on up. It's probably going to be a good thing anyway that we're going to be arriving at different times just to get our spacing right. I've planned that I will be there ahead of you, so hopefully everything works out the way it should. It's weird that, yeah, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm trying to host it as well, and who knows, like there could be an issue with OBS. There could be loads of issues. We just haven't figured them out yet. But anyway, what are we going for this one? Ed Reed says, server issue, lost all aircraft in the group. Give it a few minutes, it should come back. Colonel Fork says, en route to Aleph LJ. Stuart's Payne says, don't think you can see me. I actually can't, Stuart. But I think that happened the last time. Kieran says, too many bugs. Nah, not really. Like, don't forget, like, there's like probably 15 or 20 different other aircraft all jumping onto the one server. And if you introduce third-party liveries or paintwork or coding, essentially that's what it is. It's a change to the foundation code. GMAX says, do we start from Nice? Yes we do. Stuart, I think it's up this valley here, correct? And around? So we'll be turning left just after this guy here. Reminds me of that Top Gear challenge where James May was flying the 172. Are you implying that I'm Captain Slow? I think I've gone this way before. I think. I could be wrong. So obviously with this sort of altitude, your mixture is key here. You got to control the amount of air-fuel ratio for your engine. So it's a matter of when you bring the mixture back out, you're leaning it. And when you bring it in, you're enriching it. So Squirrel has a very good video if you guys want to check it out. Squirrel over on YouTube. He's on Twitch as well. He explains it in great exacting detail. That's going to be our limit. Mr. Chippy says, can confirm that the Logitech multi-panel autopilot controller now works. Sweet. Kenneth says, no, not at all. There are many Captain Slows tonight, and I'm Captain Slowest. This is very pretty. Don't worry, fellas. We'll catch up really soon. Oh, I imagine this at night time would be absolutely off the hook. King Leopard asks, does the Notre Dame have a model? Yeah, I think it does. Philip Breen says, climbing to 9,000, should the mixture be high or low? Should be out. You should lean it quite a bit. Follow the river. Little Brain says cheers, then push it back in when level. Not necessarily, depending on your altitude. So for example, if you're going to take off from a runway that has a really high ground elevation, you have to lean the mixture correctly on startup. Mr. Chippy says we should have snow for this. I agree, but I'm not going to jinx it now. So on my bug squashing quest, it's either the number of people's on the server, or it is indeed a custom livery issue. Don't touch anything. Philip Ring says, you can tell that I know nothing about it, but it's nice to learn. That's okay, Philip. That's what it's all about. This is not the sort of channel that's going to criticize anyone for having a bad day at the office. Lover's Flight is here. Many thanks for the subscription, and happy Saturday. Like we take, like, you know, it's any level of experience is welcome. Henry says, Shutone, it's not custom, it's server. Seeing 2 aircraft now. Alright, just subscribe. Many thanks, my dude. Happy Saturday. And I do hope you're enjoying yourself this evening. So we're a little bit low on the outspeed here, as we're getting fairly close to the limitation of this aircraft. So 10,000 feet I think is just going to be cushy. Go ahead and set that. Oh, up you devil. Oh, we wanted 8.5, I thought. 10.5 will do. So we'll continue to lean. I'm watching the RPM here, making sure that stays where it needs to stay. And we'll keep an eye on our speed and also our EGT here on the left hand side. So at the moment, we're okay. Colonel Fork, many thanks for gifting the sub. Really appreciate the support, my dude. $11.50 it is. So a quick jump back to our map here. So Stuart, if I'm right, we follow on this river the whole way until we get back down to here, I think. So we're going to follow on this valley, swing around to the right, come down this way, and then to here. GMAX says, with RTX 2070 overclockable. I think it is. G4K asks, is Gripper Sim with us? I don't know. If he is, welcome, welcome. He did his first stream the other night. It was pretty cool, actually. Always making the transition from making videos, for which Gripper Sim has that down to a very fine art. When you transition over to streaming, it can be a little bit of a headache. Up Down 961 is now following. Many thanks, my dude. You're very welcome along. Happy Saturday to you. Look at the views, lads. Scott Briggs said, I almost bought that Predator. I was steered towards the Dell 7000 series instead. I really should have bought the Acer. Aww. Coming up on 8,000 feet now. Aiden Darley Aviation is back. So the group is taking off from Nice, heading up to Courchevel. Many thanks to Stuart Payne for his assistance this evening. I've taken off from an alternative airport only because, well, the sim crashed. So it's either a server issue, which I'm not sure, or it's the fact that there are custom liveries. I think that could be the issue. But we'll see. It's all part of the debugging process. Like, I was lucky enough, I was part of the alpha and the beta, and there were a number of bugs to contend with during those months. Stuart, I'm terrified to press any buttons. I don't want to change anything, dude. Alex Orr 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 is now following over on Twitch. Many thanks, my dude. Happy Saturday. Daniel Guberman says it would be a travesty if Microsoft did not include the flying car from Harry Potter. Jason says, I changed my custom livery heading north at about 10,000. Cool. Shira says, I'm behind you. I think we got you, Stuart. Cool. And Nelly says, can we just appreciate how beautiful that looks? I agree. Absolutely stunning. Keen Lafford says, it isn't a two-tone Murphy stream in part 1.1, 5, 2, 2.5. I will say though, I think I'm closer to the solution. So that's good news. Well, it's good news for me. It's not great for you guys, because if we're doing a group flight, you might be able to use custom liveries just yet. Or it could be a server overload issue, but any of the errors that I'm seeing, it's not telling me that it's a server issue. The application is crashing for the program, not something else within it, if you know what I mean. So we'll be turning right here, I reckon. Stuart? Oh, sure, look what happens when Murphy doesn't pay attention. We stall it and we ice. You've seen it here first, folks. So let's get some altitude back in here, shall we? It doesn't want to do 11,500, so we're going to bring it back down to 10,000. Let's go 9,500, shall we? Yeah, Murph. Real fine. Let's see if we can fix this travesty that has befallen us. Okay, so our speed is looking good again. We do have icing though. And that's never good. But don't worry, we can fix that. Keen Lafford says, open the window and pour a kettle of boiling water on it. Or you could extract your urine onto the window. At this stage, I can't. It's already on the floor. Oh dear. That's okay. We can use science. Make it real hot. The temperature isn't going to help things here for a minute. Let's see if this kind of breaks the ice off the old windshield, shall we? Like, it's not too bad. It's bad, but it's not too bad. I think it's working. It worked. Murphy, you've done it again. You have defied... Oh, don't do that anyway. You defied science. Keep it at 50... let's keep it at 20 degrees, shall we? Okay, don't touch anything else. In fear you'll break something else. So we're going to hold on to our 9,500 feet. Stuart, I'm sure, is back here somewhere. G4K says rub a potato on the screen before takeoff. We used to do that. We used to do it back on the Jeeps years ago, on the army stuff, and it kind of worked. But then if it was dry, you couldn't see out of it. It just completely like caked it over. Becca is here as well. Good evening to you. Murph, you're off course there, bro. Yeah, we're kind of getting back to it. We had a little issue with ice. Dennis says, I'm actually afraid to fly in the plane with claustrophobia. I get that. With GA aircraft, it can be a little bit better because when you have all these view spots, also you have air vents, they really help. Kendra says, ice and glass go only good together if it's a drink, not a moving vehicle. I agree, Kendra. This was a rookie mistake. You've seen it here first. But sure, listen, if I didn't make mistakes, then you guys would feel worse if you made mistakes. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, we were able to fix it with science. You know what to do if it happens again. Go to your weather and turn the bejesus up on your weather, on your temperature, and it'll just melt straight off. Technology. Okay, you'll have an airport and a golf course coming up shortly. Okay. That looks to be the airport. Maybe. Alan Mead is here. Good evening to you. How's it going? Trevor Payne says 8,000 is... Do you want me to descend to 8,000 feet? Like, there's definitely a something down there. Uh-oh, with clouds. And it was cold. Ice, stay away. Jerry B says, wasn't it great to see the 3 new Pilatus aircraft flying into Baldonnel on Thursday? Can't wait for the new Kaza. They bought 2 Kazas. The 295s. They're going to be epic. Stuart, are we to turn right here? Let's see. Do. We'll be turning left and we come in this way. I think I know what's happening. Everything's fine. We're in total control. Total control. Really know what's happening. It's all fine. Colonel Fork says, I feel like a pinball in a pinball machine over these mountains. Yeah. Jerry B says, yeah, the new cars look nice. A little bit bigger than the ones we have already. And I believe they have the Airbus, distinct Airbus layout inside in terms of all the switches and panels and stuff. Let's see here, Murph. Okay, I got this. He says as he drinks some more liquid bravery. Okay, let's see. So, follow the river in. Let's see here now. So, it'll be a right turn around here. Okay. Airport in sight. We're too high. Oh god, yeah. We're miles too high. But fear not. Panic face cam activated. Autopilot off. More flaps here, Murph. We got this. It's really great. Super great. Oh, we're going good. I say it's going good. It'll be grand, right? Now for the fun bit, indeed. Let's see what's going to happen here. So we got our altitude down. Got to concentrate on our speed. Imagine doing it in real life. Oh yeah. Whoa, there's an updraft. What's going to happen? It's like a scene out of Batman the original series. Will he make it to the ground? Will he explode? Tune in next time. What a cliffhanger to end this one on, right? Okay, now the whole plan here is make a landing and make it look kind of acceptable whilst achieving some sort of margarine or butter, yes? Same bad time, same bad channel. When you think about it, what a childhood. Okay, this is getting bumpy. What's going to happen here, lads? So quick status, we have full flaps, power. There's me kind of 50 knots. Where are you going, dude? There's our 40 knots. Now, Murph. The flare, throttle. A little bit of a float. There, we're down. We've done this before. Welcome to Courchevel. Or Courchevel. Get up the hill, Murph. Everybody lean forward. Really? She can't get up the hill? Cue the shameless plug. I can't. We can't get up the hill. That's like full power. We just don't seem to have power. Well, this is very strange. Get the fuel pumps on here just to see if that helps. Come on, Betsy, you can do it. No, you can't put your mixture on full rate. You'll flood the engine. We're on both mags. The brakes are off. We can't get higher than kind of 2300 RPM. Okay, we'll use science. Whoa. Steady, 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 steady. There's science. Okay, let's hope I don't break things now. Turn you off now for a minute. So we're going to have guys coming in. So we need to turn on the traffic labels. Please don't crash, because this will just be awful. I think we're okay. So now we wait. So we have people's far away. Now, if this breaks, I'm really sorry. But let's hope it doesn't break. But if it does, I'm really sorry. This is my new music. Ulemer, you're all very welcome to Courchevel. As one K9 takes off into the air. Rip. Here comes Chippy Arnold. Oh no. Everyone's literally disappeared. They might come back. Any minute now, they might come back. I'm digging the music though. We'll give it a minute. Walton say, it's a nice view without them anyway. Let's hit the like button while we wait, guys. Because this stream is just, well, the production value. We must have scared them off, Stuart. They saw us landing and they were just like, nope, not gonna happen. North Europe is where I'm at. Ah, there we are. We're live. Here comes Noodle Dish. He lines up the approach. Out of grass, Murph. Oh, he's down. It's nice. It's very nice. It's nice. I like. One down. Many to go. Pilot Furball 740 inbound. J'adore. 1K9, rip. Someone's using slew mode. Okay, Pilot Furball, it's up to you. The eyes of the world are upon you. Chippy Arnold is coming in. Hello, UK. Is also in the area. King Laffer says, is this our last stop? It is for this evening, my dude. Merlin Flyer is in the area as well. This is Courchevel. Patrick Cullen, good evening to you. Lima Foxtrot, Lima Juliet. Here comes Pilot Furball. Ooh. 1K9 made it look real easy. Here comes Chippy Arnold. Be careful, there's a Beechcraft buried in the runway. Oh, oh, oh. You made it down, my dude. Here comes Merlin Flyer. Oh, you're dropping fast, dude. You're dropping fast. Ooh, nice. Nicely done. Guys, if you're on the runway and you can't kind of get up the runway, just slew. Hit the Y button and move yourself off the runway for the other guys. GMAX says, look behind you. We have a good crew here already. Just don't be an idiot. One K9 again for the landing. Oh dear. Patrick Cullen asks, Murph, are you looking forward to the next patch? I absolutely am. Pilot Furball, that doesn't look too encouraging. Rip. There goes Stewart. There goes Jax. There's always one. He made it. He actually made it. This is what we called unorganized chaos. Ooh. Landing gear not fully deployed, and maybe it was. Well, at least you're down. Walton says, this airstrip is insane. Health and safety nightmare. Oh, yeah. Thurstmaster says, please tell me you're not finished yet. Nearly. Very nearly. Had a late one last night. Whisper Gaming on approach. Kendra says, great landing. I have a feeling winter is just around the corner, and I had to de-ice my car. Oh no, already? Here comes Whisper. Not too shabby at all. Ooh, bit of a bounce. Loxas, are we finished after these landings? Yep. There goes. Pilot for a ball. Remember your spacing, fellas. There's still quite a group inbound for landing. Nice. One K9 is down. Here comes Stuart. Ah, oh, nicely done. What the? Okay. Here comes Jamfjord. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, dude. It was going so well until it was most definitely not. Whisper is down. Here comes Noodle Dish, Jax, and well, that other thing. Grolly's down as well. A 0.5 out of 10. G4 says, just realised my foot is tapping to the music. Help me. Here comes Adrian. Adrian! That's a fairly steep looking approach. Oh dear. Rip Adrian. Mountain Rescue are going to be removing a lot of garments. Whisper Gaming coming in for another approach. Nice. Very nice. As you do. We can see a Philip Breen. And also SD Bama is inbound. Don't forget, guys, if you're new to the channel, it's not always kind of having the laugh. Well, we always have the laugh, but like it's usually not this kind of craziness, but it's Saturday night. Don't forget to like, subscribe, or if you're in the world of Twitch, follow for more crazies. Rip to noodle dish. Oh dear. Oh dear. There's carnage in the area. You are defying physics. And he forgot his parking brake. It's like a game of tennis. Kane Laffer says these landings are almost as entertaining as the Eurovision. Kumo, welcome to Courchevel. Whisper Gaming, you are perfecting the skills, my friend. Here comes Philip Breen. Not too bad, not too bad. Tam Official is in the distance. Ed Reed says altitude pressure is way crazy off. Probably. But then again, so is everything else. 1K9 Yaki Booze on Betsy. Here comes the Colonel. Whisper Gaming. Oh, it's butter. Oh, that was butter. Oh God. Here comes Plume. Oosh, oosh, oosh. Rip. Critical damage. Well, there's always one, I suppose. They're getting better, dude. Okay, we have Colonel Fork inbound. Colonel, don't mind all the, you know, crazy planes trying to put you off. We got you, dude. We got you. This is looking nice. Very nice. And he's down. Nicely done. Okay, guys, the final landings. So if you're airborne, bring it on home. If you're on the ramp, stay put. Just so many no's. So many oh dears. Alright guys, we're on the last batch of landings. If you're airborne, head down. If you're already on the ramp, stay there. This is mayhem, Brian. Absolute mayhem. Here comes Dazza. Stuart says, I love determination, but physics always wins. SD Bama is down. Bit of a bounce, but he made it. Here comes Tam Official. Nicely done. Pilot for a ball. He's down. Congenial T. Daza T Arab. Still got a handful of more guys to go. Whisper Gaming. 100% Billy. There is definitely a slice of toast for you, my friend. Buttered on both sides. Here comes Dazza. E down, a little bit of a bounce. But that's okay. Safely stops in time. Everybody's are sitting here thinking, really? Colonel Fork got a minus 36 feet per minute. Ah, oh, dude, margarine and butter. Billy says, could I request Kerry Gold on Brennan's bread to be precise? Oh dear. Oh dear. Rip. Coley 205 is in the area. Good night to Daniel Guberman. Thanks a million for stopping by, my dude. Happy Saturday to you. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Nicely done, guys. Coley and Herbie. So it looks like we got 3 more inbound. No matter how much you say yes I can, physics will always be there to present your Darwin Award. Nope, just wasn't gonna happen. Okay, I think we got 2 left, isn't it? Billy is away to have some buttered bread. Billy, many thanks for joining us tonight. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, dude. We have a fairly busy ramp. There is a Guinness lover. Oh, no! The Guinness lover! Unfortunate, dude. Unfortunate. Resurrected. Like the Phoenix. Don't forget, guys, this is a landing challenge you can do within the sim. So by all means, if you want to jump back on in your own time, there's a leaderboard available. Dangerous Brian says, great stream, Murph. Enjoy the rest of the weekend with Mrs. Murphy and get her those flowers and chocolates. Dangerous Brian, I will certainly do that in the morning. Enjoy the rest of your weekend too, my dude. Thank you so much for joining me, and we'll hopefully see you on the next one. Attempt number 2 for the Guinness lover. Oh. Oh. And he's down. Nicely done, Spaceman. One K9 is inbound. Oh dear. Here comes Sparker in VR. I was waiting for you. Welcome to the madness. Glum Tapestry. Make it quick. Make it very quick. Texas One Flyboy, enjoyed the show. Thanks for hosting another fun one, Murph. Texas Flyboy, we'll see you on the next one, my dude. Kent is gone as well. Kieran Nile. Thanks a million for stopping by tonight, guys. We're just waiting on 1 or 2 more guys just to make a landing here. Sparker in VR is definitely one of them. Who else is tapping their feet listening to this? It is very tap your feet kind of music. Batman7490, good night, great show, have a good weekend. You too, my dude. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight. I hope you had fun. Congenial T. Oh, bit of a bounce. And they disappeared. It's been one of those nights. Beyond crazy. The server has decided to probably say, good luck, lads. And oh, look at that. The airport is pretty much emptied. Well, what can I say? I don't know what to say. It was great fun, though. So yeah, that's it for Saturday, my dudes. Thank you all so very, very much for joining me. We had fun. And let's see what... these landing challenges, by the way, for the new pilots, they're good for you because, you know, it's a bit of practice and training. For those experienced ones, it's probably cringe sitting, watching A320s blasting off out of here. But sure, if you can't have a bit of a joke and a laugh in the sim, or the game for that matter, well sure, what's the point? And they're all back. It would be nearly rude not to catch Sparker in VR, so Sparker, dude, you gotta hurry up. I'll park this here until we fade out. But guys, thank you all so very much. Until the next time, we'll see you soon. Don't forget, every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 8 o'clock Irish time. See you soon, guys. Good night. Well, that's okay, Sparker. But we will catch you the next time. It's about getting your mixture settings correct. That's all, my dude. But don't worry. We'll get you again. Sometime soon. Alright, guys. We're out of here.